Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you around some places we saw in Taranaki. Taranaki is a North Island region in New Zealand. We drove south from Auckland along State Highway 3 on Macau Road. Our first stop was at Tongaraputu to see the Three Sisters rock formations. We walked along the shoreline via the river mouth at low tide, as during high tide the sandy track is inaccessible. Once we got to the flat beach, the Three Sisters appeared in the horizon, so these rocks are left behind by the slowly eroding shoreline, which is caused by the rough sea. We then continued along State Highway 3 towards New Plymouth, and their main economy has been oil and gas exploration, dairy farming and tourism. The main tourist attraction in the area is Mt Taranaki, which is an active volcano and stands 2,518 meters tall. When we were in New Plymouth, we saw some other attractions. I found just walking around the colourful streets to be quite interesting. I saw the art gallery called the LiQWDYD Centre. It has really amazing architecture. The exterior has a mirrored surface and is kind of shaped like corrugated iron. Another great place we saw was Puke Ariki Museum. There were some really nice displays of the region's science, culture and nature. Before leaving the city, we had a look around the shoreline, which had some paths and walkways and spaces to sit. During the afternoon, we drove partway up Mt Taranaki by Egmont Road. The area had some nice views, so we took some photos during sunset and the night time. The next morning we drove towards Stratford, and from there we drove up Mt Taranaki along Pembroke Road. On the way back down the mountain, we stopped at Potema Swamp. This was an easy 15-minute or so trek, and it was framed with some beautiful native forest of mosses and ferns. Then at the end of the trek, there was some really amazing views of Mt Taranaki. To give a bit of cultural history of the area, there is a Maori myth that says Mt Taranaki lived in the centre of the North Island beside Mount Ruapehu and the other volcanoes. It is said that the volcanoes had an argument over a beautiful mountain which is named Paihanga. Mt Taranaki lost the fight and fled to the west coast where it stands today. We then looked around Stratford. It had a really pretty line of shops. Stratford prospers from farming due to the fertile volcanic soil brought down by the streams which come down from the mountain. We then drove towards the hinterland, towards the east on State Highway 3, called the Forgotten World Highway. This road goes via a rough landscape which is heavily farmed, and the hills have little bare patches which are caused by erosion. The road winds through native forests and borders Taranaki and the Whanganui region. We eventually got to a historical town called Whangamomona. Here there is a cute church and a hotel and some other little shops and houses. There is a quirky story about the town. When the administrative boundaries were drawn, the town was sketched in a triangle shape, which belonged to no region, and so it became independent. And you can also get your passport stamped to say that you've come to this very independent town. From here, the Intrepid Road continues towards Taramanui via a winding, partially gravel road. It seems a little bit eerie driving along this road because we didn't see many cars coming the opposite direction or behind us. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope it gave you a little bit of information about the Taranaki region. Anyway, I'll have some new videos coming out soon about some other areas of New Zealand and maybe a few other bits and pieces. Bye for now.